Hello everybody and welcome to Green Country Custom Baits. I'm Jeff. Today we're going to do a paint session and we're going to be painting the Natural Bluegill on some Strike King shed bodies. These have been extremely popular here in the last few months, and at least at the time of this recording we got the bluegill spawn going on, and so you know, obviously this is going to be a sought after pattern, a basic pattern. We're not going to do a lot of high def scales on this one in particular. Maybe just in a few areas. So after the intro, stay tuned, baby. We're going to spray some paints. Okay, this is the picture that I'm going to use on our Natural Bluegill pattern. Just a stock picture I pulled off of the computer. We're going to match that. We're going to walk you through the colors that we're going to put into that, and so stay tuned. Natural Bluegill coming right up. We got our king sheds already base coated, so we're ready to spray some paint. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and scale in a little of the orange, and so I'm going to take it off my. A lot of times when I'm doing these bellies, I'll put it in this old fly tying vise. And just a little piece of our mesh here. Stretch it the way we want it. Okay, so first color up is going to be our Candy Orange by Createx Outerwear. Looks like plenty. Pretty humid today, folks. It's June here in Oklahoma. My shop's not got AC, so we'll darken in just a little bit over our scales. And next up, we're going to now come back and use our hoop, and we only want to go about 1/3 of the way down and put our tequila color, and we're going to scale that in. We're going to leave that belly white. Okay, so next up, this is a candy color Tequila Yellow, and this is going to be kind of our base coat to we're going to just slightly move over. Not doing a lot of high detail on this one, trying to do any kind of real scale pattern, but we do want to put a little bit of definition into it. Sepia over the top. And what we're doing now is just kind of building some layers up, making it a little darker at the top. And this paint seems awfully thick today, so just going to thin that down real quick with the 411 reducer. A couple drops of that, mix it up. We get a little bit better spray. Well, we had a nice rain this morning. We'd been pretty dry actually for several weeks. Let's get this bad boy. There we go. So now we go right back over that scaled. That looks pretty good. When we come back over the top with a little black, it'll be just perfect. So we're going to scale it on first, then darken it. Just kind of hitting the top half of the bait. A little lighter down the sides. We've got our first few colors on. Now we're going to come back and we're going to lay in some dark brown stripes. So next up, we're going to come back with transparent brown. We're going to lay some stripes in. And we'll do that today, this time with, we're going to use a comb. I don't know if I've showed this comb, just again an old hair pick. Dark brown. Just a baseline of Createx, transparent, dark brown. Probably take our pressure down to around 20. Okay, so I don't want any stripes around the gill plate. Like that. Now what I've done there is I was skipping every other one. So I'd move over a slot and spray fairly heavy in that spot every time. And then when we get some lighter bands, and it gives you a little bit of depth to your crankbait, then we'll come back and we'll make them look a little cleaner on the edges by adding some black outlines. On the next bait, we may do those lines a little bit different. Make sure you clean your comb off. And we're going to do the same thing. We laid that in just behind that gill plate. Started with number 2. Okay, we get our transparent black loaded in our brush. We're just going to put a little bit of detail lines, real light, mainly spraying on the paper. And that's all this is. I took an X-Acto knife, made me a little irregular edge, and just going to put some detail lines on the outside. There's our natural bluegills coming together. Okay, so there's a little trick, you know, just anything you want to make that look a little more irregular than those straight lines on that comb. So again, just cut a little piece out of a paper. Last color that we have to do today is Laguna Blue. We've got entirely too many old cut stencils. That's what happens when you do this stuff for a long period of time. So we can use that one. But we've got our insane custom stencil wheel. Okay, we've got a lot of different gills. We'll put that one on there, and that'll work good. Okay, so we're going to use this one to just kind of give myself a guide. You can make these just place to spray. I gotta wipe some sweat. And our insane stencil for the ear. Just a little blue highlight. Okay, we need a little ear flap. Right there. Okay, so we have our natural bluegill color, and just a little comparison. Can you see that? That light blowing it out. Let's get it over here closer. So what we did is we left our belly white. We laid in our tequila, which is what I used to represent those lighter shades of yellow. Sepia over the back, little brown stripes, darkened them up. Came back with some outlines on each side of it with our custom cut stencil or masking deal we used. A little black over the top, and we got it. Pretty good representation of them fluorescent lights up there. Are just killing us, ain't they? How about this? Yeah. So you tell me what you think. Pretty close, pretty close. I don't know the bass will wait around to see. Crank this thing through there pretty quick on those blue gill beds, and we'll catch you some bass. All right, appreciate it. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Weekly uploads right now while we got time. It's starting to get hot out here. We may have to back off a little bit, but again, appreciate you stopping in. And until next time, Green Country Custom Baits, we signing out.